So before we get started today, let's wish a very, very happy birthday to Queen Victoria, 200 years old today. And to celebrate her 200th anniversary today, the Royal Mint minted 650 only very special sovereigns, and they went on sale at 7 o'clock this morning. They were sold out by 7:04, I think, maybe 7:05 at a pinch. Totally sold out on the Royal Mint website. Let's have a recap on this very special sovereign. It's part of the Strike on the Day range of sovereigns. So they come out with these every once in a while to celebrate special occasions. They have one 2017 Strike on the Day. They've had them to celebrate kind of princes' birthdays and all kinds of stuff. But sometimes, just occasionally, they bring one out that is innovative and has a very reduced mintage. This coin only has 650 coins available. In sovereign terms, that's absolutely tiny, and it is a matte sovereign, so it's basically the same as the edition of brilliant uncirculated matte sovereigns they bought out a few months ago, which had a 20,000 or unlimited mintage for £350. I've got a number of those in for grading, and this one has the matte finish. It has a plain rim round the outside, and it has a special Queen Victoria 200th anniversary privy as well. So these coins are unique. When they graded, they will grade in a separate way. They are unique. That means you don't need to send them in their original mint packaging. They can be sent in exactly, in a flip, the same as every regular sovereign. And well, what can I say except that the first ones have sold now on eBay for £900. So if you bought one and were lucky enough to get one for £500, you would have made an instant profit before dealing costs on eBay of £400. So not bad for a day at all. So now you've made 400 imaginary pounds today. What are you going to do to invest that money and buy something which is maybe a little bit older, a little bit more substantial? And in the rest of this video, I'll show you a couple of things that I've done with that kind of money when I've had it. Although this particular coin you're going to see was not £400. I think it was about £200, maybe a little bit different. So what have we got here that could possibly be worth that kind of money? Okay, so we are going old. We are going to 1826, when the young Princess Victoria was a mere 6 or 7 years old. 7 years old, and on the throne was George the Fourth. So George the Fourth followed George the Third, and this is the farthing, the smallest denomination coin at that time, although there were quarter farthings or third of a farthings which were used in places like Cyprus. A farthing was kind of the smallest copper coin. This one is particularly nice. It's got sort of hints of kind of reddy brown coming through brown surface, lots and lots of detail. And you can see here George the Fourth, instead of with the 1V, it's got the 4 eyes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Britannia on the other side. Tons and tons of detail, really, really good amount of detail in this coin. It was graded by PCGS. It got a 64 brown grade on it as well. For those of you who haven't been buying copper coins at all, they get either an RD if they're mostly a kind of original red, an RB for red brown, and then a BN if they're more brown than red. This one got a BN, even though there are a few little peaks of red poking through. Obviously wasn't quite enough to get one of the other designations. So really nice coin this, and bought by me from a member of one of the coin Facebook groups, big collector of beautiful coins in the United States. I'm more than happy with this coin, more than happy with the grade, more than happy with the condition, and this is one that will not be cross-graded at NGC. So before we go on and have a look at another couple of coins, a little word from sponsor The Coin Connection. The month of May is going to be a pretty big month for new coins, so why not use the special code for May, valid until the 31st of May, and the code is Larry. The code is Larry. Valid at thecoinconnection.co.uk. The next one that I'm going to show you is one which is interesting. The reason I've picked it is because a lot of people are asking me all the time, well, if I want to collect older proofs, where do I start? This is older British proofs. Older American proofs are a whole other question, and certainly not as affordable in many areas as British older proofs. And the place that I started when I first started to collect these types of coins are the king sovereigns. So everyone likes sovereigns, tons and tons of collectors, big market for them, and there are two proof sovereigns available in the period 1911 to 1937, which is a kind of classic period. The 1937 is unique because it's the only gold coin that George VI had his head on in the UK anyway. The 1911 is a little bit more affordable generally than the 1937. A typical 1937 sovereign will go for anything between £2,000 and £4,000, whereas a typical 1911 proof sovereign with the George V head on will go from, I suppose, around about £1,200 right at the bargain basement level, up to maybe 2,500 or even more for the very highest graded coins. The last one that I'm going to present to you today, I can't honestly remember whether I've included this coin in another video, but I chose it because it just is one of the coins that's arrived recently that probably has given me more pleasure looking at than any other, because it's just so totally beautiful, awesome and distinctive, incredibly rare, and it's such a precious coin to the person who sent it in. It really is a treasured possession over a number of years, and probably pretty much irreplaceable if anything were to happen to it. So this coin, I have actually given it to NGC already. I didn't want to hang on to it for a long time with that responsibility. So it's gone in to be graded. I'm very interested to see what grade it gets. Expertly packaged, and quite rightly so, because it's a wonderful coin. So let's speed things up a little and get the packaging well on its way. Quite a difficult little packet to get into here, but we don't really want to see the package. We want to see, in this case, the coin, and here it is in all its wonder. 1797. So if you're watching this in America, you think back to what was happening in 1797, and you think back to the state of technology, the Industrial Revolution, coin pressing, and this really was an exciting time. And it's with that in mind that you have to totally wonder at the ability that the masters had at that time to produce coins of this quality. Because, to be honest, I see tons and tons of modern coins, and I really can't think of very many coins that come even close to the beauty of something like this. I mean, it's just ridiculous kind of quality, and people just aren't producing beautiful things of quite this quality even now. And if you think how old this is, I mean, look at those mirrored fields on a copper coin. This is minted minted in the Soho Mint. You would have seen a bit of the history of the Soho Mint the other day if you watched one of my videos. Soho Mint, just to recap, is in Birmingham and produced by one of the absolute masters of the British Industrial Revolution. He worked with the other kind of master, was it James Watt, who built steam engines, and and these were the first steam-driven presses able to produce beauties like this. It's just absolutely extraordinary. 1797, and this is a cartwheel, 2 pence, Soho Mint, and it's proof, and the proof is exceptionally rare. So I hope you enjoyed that. I tried to find some things that that you'll enjoy, both from Victoria's birth, and then taking a look at some of those beautiful George III and George IV coins as well. So that's all from me. Until the next time.